Perheliometer theory part. I already explained, in previous meeting. Now, what are the objectives in doing this experiment? First objective is learn how to access the solar energy potential of a site using perheliometer. Learn how to access the solar energy potential of a site using a perheliometer. Perheliometers are used to measure direct normal irradiance, DNI, direct normal irradiance, which is a component of solar energy used in connecting solar energy system. Solar energy system. The user should access the feasibility of concentrating solar power. Concentrating solar power systems by calculating the total voltage requirement of the proposed system and accessing the feasibility of by finding out the total irradiance in a specific area and multiplying with the area of a proposed system. With the area of a proposed system. Why we are calculating irradiance at a particular place by using perheliometer అనేది కనుక తీసుకుంటే then it is a మనం కాన్సన్ట్రేటింగ్ సోలార్ పవర్ ప్లాంట్ ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటే ఆ ఏరియాలో ఎంత సోలార్ రేడియన్స్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ క్యూ in theory class I explained in previous section I explained Q is equal to V into I by capital A area into absorption coefficient తీసుకుంటే amount of heat radiation amount of quantity of heat radiation absorbed by that perheliometer వచ్చింది కదా then by this value we can calculate the concentrating solar power system we can calculate the amount of heat radiations absorbed by a site with a particular area in order to ఎందుకు we are calculating this value for placing concentrating solar power in order to in order to place a power station, solar thermal power station or whatever may be that. In that particular area, how much total energy absorbed by the solar devices, solar flat plate collectors or whatever may be the devices. So, by maximum absorption is there in that site, then automatically we can place the concentrating solar power plants. Objective 2. Access the solar energy potential of a site with the direct normal irradiance and calculate the feasibility of concentrating solar photovoltaic. What is meant by photovoltaic effect, Amma? Photovoltaic effect is photovoltaic. Photo means light energy. By using light energy, we can simply a solar cell is a device which convert solar light radiations into electrical energy. That phenomena is called as photovoltaic phenomena. By using solar cells. What is a solar cell? That is simply a PN junction. By using solar cells, we can produce electricity by using solars, that is sun's light radiations. This perheliometer also useful for the concentrating solar photovoltaic panel system is suitable for that site or not can be determined with the help of this perheliometer. Tracking options. These are the tracking options. Use the direct normal irradiance study in reference 1 to 2000 kilowatt per meter square per year in minimum DNI requirement for installing CPS. If the value, if we calculate just now for a particular place, for a particular site, if that value is nearly 1 to 2000 kilowatt hour per meter square per year in minimum DNI requirement for installing. That is, install చేసుకోవాలంటే thermal power plant or photovoltaic panels we have to place in order to place in that particular area. The minimum requirement is మనం ముందు టెస్ట్ చేసుకో ప్రీ రిక్విజిట్ కండిషన్ ఏంటమ్మా 1 to 2000 kilowatt per hour meter square minimum energy కనుక మనం per year కనుక ఆ ఏరియాలో కనుక వస్తే then automatically we can place photovoltaic panels or any that is thermal power stations we can place in that site. For site if there is a site, then the site testing is also possible with the help of this perheliometer, whether the site is suitable for placing CS, that is CPV, concentrating solar photovoltaic panel, or CSP, solar concentrating solar power plants, concentrating solar power plants. దీనికి ఏంటమ్మా మనం ఇందాక చూసాం కదా, డయాగ్రామ్ చూసాం కదా, 51% సోలార్ రేడియేషన్స్ ఏమొస్తాయి. సన్ ఈజ్ ద ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ ఈజ్ యాక్సెసింగ్ ద సైట్ ఫర్ suitability for solar power production is analyze the solar resource available. Solar resource, first resource is ఏంటి, మనం అక్కడ సన్ రిసోర్స్ ఏంటమ్మా, sun, whether the sun's radiations are coming properly or not, we have to test for that site. That is the basic requirement. For that, solar perheliometers are very much useful. Then, since the available solar resources vary greatly with respect to local weather conditions, location, time of the day, and time of the year, it is generally agreed that accurate site data needs to be taken over the extended period of time in order to determine the amount of energy available in the environment. So, that site location, time of the day, how that site receives in daytime and night time, and time of the year. That is, time of the year means winter and summer seasons. It is generally agreed that accurate site data needs to be taken over the extended period of time in order to determine the amount of energy available in the environment. 1 year's data is common, although even though longer time frames are preferred. 1 year data is also sufficient. So, in order to place a thermal power station, solar thermal power station or Indra Vijay class మధ్యలో ఉందమ్మా. Bye. So, since the available solar resources vary greatly with respect to local weather conditions, location, time of the day, and time of year, it is generally agreed that accurate site data is necessary. For 1 year is sufficient. Otherwise, even other longer time frames are preferred. While solar resource data is available in various online databases, some of which are given in the resource tab of this experiment. It is greatly agreed that accurate site data needs to be taken. While solar resources data is available in various online databases, some of which are given in the resource tab of this experiment. These databases only cover macro solar data, for example, data gleaned from orbiting satellites or for specific monitoring points, such as from database only cover macro solar data. Then meteorological weather stations and all the data we need to check, which is not always provided information relevant to the particular site that is being accessed. If want to place a thermal power station or a solar thermal power station or whatever may be the That site information may not be provided by meteorology department or any other departments will not give this information. By using perheliometer, we can determine the weather conditions of that site. How much total radiation is absorbed by that site, we can calculate by using perheliometer. The virtual lab experiment is designed to teach the process of actual applied solar energy site assumed to be modern data acquisition system and is relevant data post-processing techniques. At the end of this experiment, the student will have a necessary skills to analyze solar data for a real-world assessment of site for solar power production. Solar power production. ఇది solar radiation measurement. There are numerous types of components of solar radiation is shown in the list below. Units for solar radiation is watt per power, watt per meter square, watt per meter square, power per unit area, irradiance, the instantaneous quantity of solar radiant energy incident on surface per unit area. Diffuse solar radiation, diffuse, irradiance, one word, the irradiance, the instantaneous quantity of solar radiation energy, radiant energy incident on surface per unit area. Diffuse solar irradiance. Diffuse solar irradiance. The solar irradiance can be horizontal surface due to only sky radiations. Only diffuse solar irradiance. Diffuse solar irradiance. Solar irradiance on the horizontal surface due to only sky radiations. This does not include the direct solar irradiance, which is defined next. Direct solar radiance is also called as direct solar irradiance or direct normal irradiance. Direct normal irradiance. The solar irradiance on the surface held perpendicular to the sun's rays while blocking the diffuse sky radiations. So, మనం ఏం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయబోతున్నాం డైరెక్ట్ సోలార్ రేడియేషన్ ఆల్సో కాల్ ద డైరెక్ట్ సోలార్ ఇరాడియన్స్ ఆర్ డైరెక్ట్ నార్మల్ ఇరాడియన్స్. ద సోలార్ ఇరాడియన్స్ ఆన్ ద సర్ఫేస్ held perpendicular to the sun's rays while blocking the diffuse sky radiations. Diffuse sky radiations ని కాకుండా మనం డైరెక్ట్ రేడియేషన్స్ ని మెజర్. Global solar irradiance, commonly called global radiation. The solar irradiance on the horizontal surface, which include both direct and sun rays and diffuse sky radiations. These two global radiance and global solar irradiance and idam. Reflected solar radiation, the long wave radiations coming out of the earth surface minus the upward radiation through the horizontal surface near the earth surface. Net terrestrial radiation, the long wavelength radiation coming from the earth surface minus upward radiation through horizontal surface near the earth surface. Net total irradiance ante entama, the downward irradiance minus the upward irradiance is a measure of overall entire spectrum. ఇదెంత చెప్పుకున్నాం 51% అని కదా మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం 51%. ఇది మనం టోటల్ ఇరాడియన్స్. సోలార్ ఇరాడియన్స్ is a measure in terms of power per unit at a particular time. Power per unit at a particular time. The unit is watt per meter square or kilowatt per meter square. This measurement is instantaneous and is only valid for a particular point in a time. A more useful measurement of amount of solar energy received per unit area over a given time and frame. This is called irradiation or solar isolation. Typical unit for this is watt hour meter square or kilowatt hour meter square or megajoules per meter square. Megajoules per meter square. ఇది చూడండి ఎలా ప్లేస్ చేశారు. DNA, direct normal irradiance measures on the tilted plane లో ఎలా ప్లేస్ చేశారు అనేది చూడండి. tilted plane లోపల ఉండే సర్క్యూట్ అంతా మనం ఇందాక చూసాం కదా, లోపల ఉండే డయాగ్రామ్ అంతా మనం చూసాం. This is the direct radiation used by converters such as the flat plate and parabolic concentrators to convert the direct normal solar component to heat which can be transferred to HTF, heat transfer fluid. The DNI can be related to the direct horizontal component by cosine of the angle of the tilted plane. The global horizontal component is measured by summing up the direct horizontal and diffuse horizontal component to be measured in the pyranometer. Pyranometer experiment coming next. We are going to discuss about pyranometer. So, a standard perheliometer has about a 5-degree cone, 5-degree cone of acceptance. Acceptance angle means the angle through which the solar radiations are acceptable to incident on the lens. Practically, this means that perheliometer must always be pointed nearly directly at the sun for its measurement. The intensity of radiation coming directly from the sun. Therefore, the perheliometer is attached to tracking device to make it always point to the sun. Always point to the sun. So, in order to point the perheliometer directly at the sun, regardless the time of the day and time of the year, and tracking device must have to be at least 2 degrees of freedom. ఇది ఎంత ఉండాలి? 2 degrees అంటే వేరియేషన్ ప్లస్ ఆర్ మైనస్. The tracking unit can be we use for this experiment can rotate about a azimuth and altitude angles. Azimuth and altitude angle. The altitude is the angular distance of the sun above the horizon. The altitude angle is also called as the elevation angle. It is complemented by azimuth angle. Complemented by azimuth angle. Such that altitude angle plus zenith angle is equal to 90 degrees. Altitude angle plus zenith angle is 90 degrees. When the sun is setting or rising, the altitude angle is 0. Then the sun is directly overhead. The altitude angle is 90 degrees. The azimuth angle is the angle of the projection of the sun on the earth's surface when referred from the north to south. The diagram is given below for the horizon, and I explained you. By using this instrument, we can measure the amount of heat radiation absorbed by the site or at a particular place. We can directly determine with the help of this perheliometer.